A nice little drop we had last night, huh? And there we are right back at value area.
Good morning.
Morning.
Right after that sweep low.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ooh, hey, look at that.
Literally right after. Yeah, and then I had to run with my son. So I missed it. It did all that since I left, man. Dang.
It just
Quick little 200 rule thing
yeah,
off
it
the
just
rip.
went it.
It just jumped.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I cut.
Man, good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, good
Good
morning.
morning.
No, I'm talking about this morning at the sweep low at 650.
Oh, yeah.
That's the highs of
Yeah,
the
I
day.
woke up right. I got up and I looked at it. It just done it. I missed about like 5 minutes, and then I had to leave, so I didn't have time to evaluate everything. But yeah, I almost got it at the bottom this morning.
Wow.
Did you see my post, boss?
No, where is it on?
It was in the chat, in the group chat
Let me see. What'd you do in
last night.
trade?
Yeah,
Let's see.
I caught a sleep last night.
Oh,
I thought I did a
yeah.
really
I
good
saw
job.
that this morning. Yeah, that's
Big
looking
dog.
good. That is looking good. You guys are getting
But
it.
and then I saw the cumulative data or the cumulative delta, and it stopped, and I was like, "Oh, this could be it." And then boom, it started pushing down, and it didn't sweet, but it was enough to get me $200.
Oh yeah. Look at this. We just within the last 40, 50 minutes or so, not even we can see it's all within view. We've got our daily high right here. And we got our
Yep,
daily low
yep.
right here. We got everything in view right now.
We got everything we need to trade today.
This is an
All right
interesting.
there.
This is an interesting way to start the day, huh? Look at this. Oh, by
All
the
right.
way, you guys may notice that my charts are back. I was able to get that worked out with TradingView.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce.
Look at these trades right here though. These Titans, if you would have held on to any of these, crazy amount of profit. Did we have a 5
Yeah,
minute?
man. I passed those evals today off that drop from the high.
Oh, nice job.
Yes, sir, man. Looking good.
Damn, congratulations.
Fabulous. Way to go.
Yeah, love it. Let's see here. I'm trying to turn some of these volumes down here. Here we are. Let's see. 9:30.
Big dog. Keep in the building. Everybody's scared of that one.
Ken, on something like this, it's setting up a 1 minute Titan for a buy. I don't know if I'd take that because it's at the high of the day, right?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be interested in taking that at all. I'd be watching and waiting for.
It could win, but yeah, it's kind of stalling out too, right?
Yeah, what I would do, like you mean this Titan right here, this one that said no. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could get lucky, right? You could literally get lucky, but you gotta just kind of ask yourself, the general question: am I late to buy, right? And after a move like that, I feel late, so so I wouldn't be interested in buying it. I like the market to look the same every time I trade if possible. Like yesterday was awesome with the little range that we had. Right now, I'd say we have basically zero range, but I got my charts back here. This is all, I don't know if y'all remember or not, but I was able to get my charts back this morning. I was happy to see this. We had talked about exactly what we were talking about was these areas here, and I was saying, you know, there's value here, and then I was saying we might come back up here. That's what this arrow's for, and say we find value here. And I said last time we were here, we stayed here for a few days. This is when we were down in here, and sure enough, we came up into the same area and we started to make consolidation. But look at what happened. I was talking about this distribution profile right here. If that's, yeah, so and I was mentioning that most of these profiles will end in a single row or column like this, but we could see that this one did not. This is what they consider a poor high. So it's where a lot of times, if you actually look at the candles, prices come up here and consolidated and didn't like reject hard, right? So, and it's at the very high of the period. So I had said that a lot of times when this happens, when price comes back later, it will do one of these. It'll create one of these. It'll finish it on like the next day or whenever it comes back to it. And it sure did. I didn't have this chart to show us yesterday, but you could see that, you see, if you were to literally just take this and move it over to here, it would look like that, right? It's crazy how often that happens. So when you notice something like this, or if you notice the price action that looks like this, where you can see that price spent a majority, if you actually look at what happened here, price just hung out all day right here. It dropped, it pulled right back in there and spent more time there. So you see how all the time spent is right here. No rejections at the high. There was no test of the high to, you know, like a wick rejection like we see on most days. Almost every day we'll have something like that. So so then the next day, look, boom, it did it. It basically made that pattern for that day. And I thought that was interesting to show you guys, because we talked about it. I was like, it will come up and it'll make this little peak the next day or the day after, whenever it revisits this area. And it happened to be yesterday. So if you were watching that, if you remembered, then you could have been looking for any breaks up above these highs like that. And we go to a candlestick chart and you could see, you know, that these would have been great selling areas right here. So just wanted to point that out for anyone that's paying close attention when I break these things down. It's the reason I got all these charts up. It gives lots of different trading opportunities. They're not always the same every single time. Like you can see here, we had an opportunity and where, you know, we needed to put in one of those lows. So it happened the next day. If you'll watch it and pay attention, you can see it in the price action. You just have to train your eyes to look for it. So it's easier on a TPO chart, obviously, because it changes the colors of everything. You could look at this on a profile chart. You could look at it at a TPO chart, or if you just look at a candlestick chart, it's going to be pretty obvious if price is stuck like that. Right. Any days where you can see that price spent most of its time in one area and just kind of pulled out or like pushed out and came back in, not making any clearly defined lows, ends up making some really good opportunities for the next time. And on the same note, if you see profiles that are really balanced out, like this one here, you know that this is an area where the market normally will find balance. So that's why I said for these areas, this is why I anticipated as we were down here, I was looking at this area up here. So there we are. We got a nice little flush sell right off the top here.
Yes, I did. You gosh darn right I did. I saw that the data stop again right when it got up there. As soon as that thing turned red, I sold it.
Nice.
I got it at 25,766.
Nice job. 25. Let me look at it. 7 what?
66.
Well, I don't think you could have gotten a better entry than that. That's as high as it goes.
You sure couldn't have.
Yeah, that was as high as
I'm telling you, when I saw this, so I watched the video, obviously. like I said I was. And man, I opened up the charts last night and I was like,
Oh, that's
man,
how.
that's what the heck he's been saying
Oh,
this whole stupid ass
oh,
time.
that's how Ken sees the chart. Oh, maybe I should watch the videos.
Maybe I should have watched this video. Look at that thing go. I'm already out, but look at it. Look at the cumulative data
Mm-hmm.
or delta. Like when I saw that last night, I was like, oh man. I took one trade just to test it out. $200. And that I just got another one like that.
Did you
Might
And
see?
you're
retrace
right.
the
Like,
whole move, man. Been doing that all week. If you look at it,
yeah.
we've been making a big move, then retracing the whole thing all week, just about.
Do you see the biggest clue about why this turned over right here, or like what's your biggest
Yes,
clue?
it's the is
The
it the one
divergence.
is it the fact that it was going up at let's see what's the time right there at 7:37 that cumulative data candle was pushing way up and on price nothing was happening. And then the next candle it didn't even move on cumulative data, which to me meant that sellers were taking over. Is that what I'm
Yeah.
seeing there?
Exactly. And
So I got in right there and I put my stop loss just above that previous candle.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how I'm supposed to read it, boss?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay.
And the other thing too is if you see, there's a really good chance I would have entered early and I would have got a little bit, maybe even got stopped out at the high, but I would have entered early, so it would have been fine. But then when this next candle came in, you could literally see the divergence in it right here. You can see that we had a high right here and we had a higher high here, but we had a high here and a lower high here. So sellers were not coming in. You see the divergence right here, higher high, lower high. Right? So these made sense. These two matched, but then this one came in higher right here, while this one came in lower than that one. So yeah, that would have been the final nail in the coffin. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I was not looking at the chart, so I definitely missed it.
And couldn't you also too? You're looking at it. It had a large move up. It's at like the daily high, and you have several candles in a row that are kind of wicking, and like it's not breaking. So you could also look at that, right? Because it's not, and just have a very small stop loss. Even if it goes against you, you're not losing much.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. You won't, and those opportunities come up almost every single day. It's just a matter of having the patience to just sit, watch, and wait. Just sit there, watch them, and wait for them instead of feeling like you got to jump in and get immediately take a trade or this or that. These if you sit here long enough, we're probably gonna see 2 or 3 more. It's just a matter of sitting and waiting, and I like to do those at extreme areas. Like why do it anywhere else? When you could have the most probability. And one of the things that I've seen the most is doing it after delta divergence. If you will be patient enough to wait for the divergence in delta, you will thank yourself, because if you look here, hold on. You need to just be aware that this can happen. Like it's not always going to be, oh, thanks. Like this whole move yesterday afternoon, moving up and up and up. I believe it was this. Let me just make sure. Yeah. So this whole move yesterday afternoon, while it was just moving up and up and up, look, these are all happening at the daily high. Daily high, daily high, daily high, daily high, daily high. I normally, when these reversals happen, I like to target the VWAP or the point of control or something like that. And as you can see, that wouldn't have been touched in any of these scenarios. So I would have been interested in actively watching the chart every time we were hitting a new high and we seen a shift between buyers and sellers, right? And so you could see there's a shift here, there's a shift there, but not all of these would have won. They may have produced some profit, but they didn't all win. And so but there's not delta divergence on all of these. These are actually in line. Like, see here, there's no divergence here compared to what we're looking at. Look at the difference between here. We got our high, our high, our high, our high. These are both higher highs. Perfect. Everything looks normal. Now we go over here and we look at this one and we can see the divergence, right? So if you'll make sure that you add that in before you take your trades, you're going to thank yourself later. Or if you end up in a situation where it just seems like every time you take one of these trades, they're reversing on you, ask yourself, am I looking for divergence? The whole idea behind that style of trade is identifying trapped buyers and sellers and it flushing out. That's why I keep saying flush, because you have buyers trapped and then boom, they flush it, right? But if there's if prices are just moving up and there's no divergence or anything, there's no pressure being built. It's not a trap being set up. It's just price action doing its thing, just orders coming in. So there's a difference between just taking the trades because you see it at a high or a low and you see delta switch, and actually identifying a trap. So don't abuse it is basically what I'm saying. Because
I keep thinking of that Star Wars when the guy goes, "It's a trap." You keep saying that.
There's a trap.
Ken, you mentioned about kind of not rushing and trying to find trades. What I've personally found is, I mean, say you have a loser and then I got to get it back, and then you're forcing it, and then you just keep going spiral down. But if you sit and wait, once you have a few winners in a row, or start doing that consistently, like we said, the slow is fast. Like once you start having those winners, you're like, if I just keep doing this, like every day my account grows. And it becomes less stressful than trying to force trades. I can't hear you, Ken. I don't know if you're talking.
I said, who told you that? That sounds like such a good idea.
Yeah.
No, I'm messing
No,
with
but
you,
it's true, right? Like
it is.
once you have some winners every day, even if they're small, like even if you make $100, but if you do that by the end of the week, you're like, wow, I'm up $500.
Mm-hmm. And that could be on 20 accounts,
Exactly.
So yeah, you got it. That is reshaping what trading success looks like, and just having the big picture idea and realizing that most people are making trading too difficult. And the smartest thing that anyone said is that trading requires a lot of money. That's the truth. If you can have access to a lot of money, trading gets simplified, way simplified. It's when you don't have enough money and you're trying to make or you don't have enough time in your mind and you're trying to make too much money in a short period of time. If and that's the thing with these evaluations and buffers and whatnot that we have to reach, is it causes people to try to go too fast because they want the reward, but if I've had this conversation a dozen times, that if you would just, like, if you woke up one day and someone was like, hey, I got you 20 Apex accounts, I already passed the evaluations, and you already have a $5,000 buffer. All you need to do is show up, take a few trades, and we'll split the profit. Like if it was like that,
easy.
exactly right. But it's no different than what you're doing right now. You're just showing up and executing. That's what you would do. You'd show up and you'd execute. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. But the difference is you got that that carrot at the end of the stick, where you're trying to chase that, and you're trying to go get the evaluation or the payout or whatever, and you're trying to get past the buffers, trying to get to where it's real. And that's where most people end up messing up. But like Matt said, if you were already there, it'd be really easy to go into the market and make $50 a day, $100 a day, and just be done. And
that's all.
on a $50,000 account, if you make $50 a day on 20 of those, that's $1,000. In that $1,000 a day.
Yep.
That's sounds like pretty good. I mean, you gotta just ask yourself, how much are you making right now from trading? Could an extra $1,000 a day be, comfortable for you? Look, my son wants me to take him to school. I'm gonna do it now before 10 o'clock comes up, because otherwise, I don't want to miss it. I haven't taken one yet, so I'm gonna go do that. 10 o'clock. I don't know.
1 minute Titan just hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna analyze things quickly when I come back, but just based on the price action that I'm looking at, I wouldn't be surprised if before 10 o'clock or around 10 o'clock, if we're going down today, right? If we end up pushing back down towards where all the volume, this is a weekly VWAP, yesterday's value area, yesterday's VWAP closing price. Here's the value area low, VWAP for the day. I mean, we got kind of everything down here, all this volume. So if we go back down today, I think that between now and 10 o'clock or at 10 o'clock, we maybe break the high one more time, look for a trap. It's a trap. And then, I know what our new soundboard noise is. Could you imagine? You know what I'm talking about? You know how we do that thing that wherever that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's a trap.
Did you mean to have that sell limit on your screen, Ken?
No, I don't know why that's there. I need to restart my platform, but thank you very much for.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't get rid of it. I'm clicking it a dozen times, and so
Okay.
what I'll do. What do you guys? You want me to leave this up here so you can see the order flow, or do you want to see like Titan signals and stuff while I'm gone? Do you have a preference?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
It's another 1 minute Titan right now activated.
Okay. Well, then I'll put Titans on here. Let me just do that. Oh yeah, that other one already won.
It's about to. Yep. This one just tapped. Yep, there it is.
That's in line with the idea we were just
See
talking
what
about.
it does at the top of this range now.
Here's the money.
I'll be right back.
As soon as you mentioned that Titan, I jumped in. I jumped in, literally in for like 6 seconds and made my profit and got out.
Nice. See what it does at this top again.
Yeah, at the top. That's why I didn't hold it, because it's at the top. I'm like,
Cedric, I know your ears are tingling, Cedric. This is your spot.
Yeah, they are. I'm watching.
Yeah.
He's foaming at the mouth by now.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's gonna.
Keep going.
It could be a flush fake out, right?
Yeah. We'll see how it ends. That definitely could be it. We'll see though.
It's just the delta is pushing up as green. It's not on his screen, but I have it set up on mine. It's Although sometimes NQ, well, NQ is the same as right now MNQ.
It's green, but price isn't moving, is it?
It's green. Well, it's matching the candle.
It's a strong candle. Yeah, it's a strong candle so far. Yeah, it's pushing.
But the NQ and the MNQ, the delta, they're both pushing up, but it's different. They're different.
It's definitely going to go for 25.8, I think. Strong as that candle is.
Order filled.
Somebody did an order fill.
Let's see.
I didn't have my chart adjusted. If I'd seen that 25.8, I would have bought up to it.
Order filled.
We hit 95.
Let's not forget we may get that Santa rally this year. They may. Oh, who knows what can happen? I think we got news at 9, ain't it?
There's 25.8.
At 10 o'clock?
I'm not sure on the news.
I missed this one.
To the 25,800. You think it'll go to 820?
Yeah, we got news in 5 minutes.
Do we?
Yeah, I'll wait till 10 o'clock and see what happens.
It's a red folder too.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of them. 10 o'clock should do something then today.
Yeah, I started trading my evaluation today, so I'm playing it safe. I'm up $33 on a $25,000 evaluation, so I'm Profit is profit.
Hey, Matt, I'm getting some of your weather today.
Rain?
Snow.
Oh, you're getting snow. I don't have snow yet.
Yeah. No, just a little. Flurries to an inch we're getting, not much. The ground's almost, yeah. Ground's covered, but not the whole length of the grass. There's a little coating. Enough to make people not be able to drive sensible.
Where were you again? West Coast?
I'm in Delaware. I'm in the east. I'm like 2
Delaware,
hours south of Philadelphia. Yeah.
I had a company
Yeah, about
once.
2 hours south of Philadelphia.
I had a company once incorporated in Delaware. I don't know. Delaware,
A lot
they have
a lot of companies are.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Delaware and I don't know what happened. My headset disconnected. I think it's either Utah or Wyoming and Delaware, like the two top incorporated states in the country that
Yeah, I
people
guess
use.
they have
Wyoming, I
good
think it is.
tax laws or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Nevada's popular too.
I'm in Philly too, bud.
Ah, nice.
Hey, question. Can you guys hear this? Just a second. Did you hear that music I played?
No.
I was just wondering because I was going to play that. It's a trap I found on YouTube, but I don't know how to make it go into my headset. That's weird. I had it all set up.
Whoever said they're in Philly, go Birds.
Go Birds is right. Tough one these days, though.
I know it. Dallas lost last night, though, so that was sweet.
Man, don't say
Yeah,
that.
that helps us.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Nice to meet you, though, Nick.
It's a trap.
You know, I'll be going to the Raiders game next weekend.
Somebody played It's a Trap. Who did that?
Yeah, somebody did that.
I pulled that up, that exact clip
didn't
up,
hear
but I can't make it go through my sound.
It's a trap.
That's Ken.
Order filled.
Did you pull up on YouTube Star Wars It's a Trap?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's at the 105 mark. Exactly.
I actually found a 3-second clip from 2011.
Oh.
It literally just does this over and over.
It's a trap.
You got to put that into sound somehow, Ken. You got to do it.
I can do it, I'm sure.
That's hilarious.
There's a couple red folders in 2 minutes, Ken.
Yeah.
At 10.
All right, get ready, buckle up, put your boots on.
Order filled.
We're buzzing right around that 800 level. Doesn't know what it wants to do.
You could have caught a trade on the reversal right off that 800 and caught a little bit.
Man, we got a lot of data coming in right now. Look at my screen. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's like a ton of items here. This is gonna be hard. I don't know what it's gonna be like. We'll just have to see, I guess.
30 seconds.
We got core PCE. We got this. We got that.
Surprise that phrase coming out of your mouth, Ken.
Let's
Got a
see.
Titan that just triggered.
Yeah, I'm not taking that. Not right before
No,
the
me either.
And just in general, I wouldn't take one right at the hour mark, right?
Order filled.
Oh, here we go.
Oh wow, there it
There
is.
it goes.
Wow. Was that a fake out?
And then nothing.
Let's see. Man, it's having a
We'll
hard
give it a
time
minute.
figuring it out.
Yeah.
It's like up there. What do we get? What do we get? And well, at least the Titan won, huh?
Yeah, if you took that Titan, it would have
Yeah.
won. Yeah.
The Titan definitely won.
It's been in it. Quick,
Setting up another one right now. There it goes. That one just hit too.
Yeah.
I think it tapped it. Yep.
And I made some money.
No.
I did.
No.
I got
Did
in
you?
there.
You risked it?
Well, I mean, I was in the trade for seconds. I just took it as it had already gone up and made that high, and I watched the volume, a ton of volume built right at the open of the candle. So I just snagged a little entry, and it was $285 total risk. I entered at 794 with my stops right above what would that been about 815. And so it was about a $300 risk, and I made about 500. I was going to target a POC, but I chickened out, so I closed at 772.
You may be glad that you chickened out, because it's struggling now.
I know, but it like touched the. Wait, I could just show you guys. I don't know why I'm sitting here talking about it. I got in right here, and you see all this volume inside of this candle. So it had already pushed down, come back up, push down. It had done that a few times. Then I went in right there, and then got out right here.
And look at the cumulative delta on MNQ and NQ. They're not even close to the same.
It's completely different. Let's see. I'd have to, let me go pull it up on Tradeovate, because I have to open up a NinjaTrader chart in order to sync it to Addis. So let's just log in like this.
I mean, they're not totally different, but different enough.
Filled.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I got out of there. Who was that I was talking to?
Nick, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
so,
now that may have been the move to get the stops out from the people that triggered at the top at 815. Now it's going to push up.
Yeah, well, the reason I was leaning towards selling already is because of the big divergence in overall. Like, look at this high here, and look at delta here, and then we were making this high here, right here. So I was leaning towards selling, and we are still divergent right now. So I guess it still hasn't quite made a new high yet.
No.
Delta has, but I mean,
there it goes.
Yeah.
Barely.
So we'll see. I mean, just watch it and wait and stuff. But all right, so let's see. I'm looking at it now, Matt. So I'm looking at NQ and then MNQ. Let's see. Where did my chart go? Where are you gone? All right.
MNQ is more kind of like
big,
long
big
trending,
difference.
right? Yeah, it's a big difference.
Yeah, MNQ looks super bullish, like it could go up forever. It's
exactly
perfectly in line. Everything looks good. Oh, well, that is nice.
Hey, Ken or anybody else, I forget what's Apex's rule about trading around news. Is it fine on a eval but not on a PA?
I know the answer to that.
Okay.
No, I think you're allowed as long as you don't straddle it and do a buy and a sell, like a limit order for buy and sell at the same time, and try to catch it moving one way. Is that right, Ken?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. You can do it as long as you do not. You can do it as long as
you trade one direction.
Yeah, you got to trade one direction. That's the rule.
Okay, easy enough.
I just took a stab right here at the top to try to sell. I'm gonna see if I can sell it. It's $170 risk. So after I just made 500, I'll take a little swing at it here.
I had a 5-minute Titan.
Yeah, it's
I just hit.
Don't make me doubt my trade.
Yeah, Yeah, but they're your signals, your indicators.
I didn't make the market do what it did.
Very
Oh
close.
no, it got me. Hey,
You hit T.
it was
I didn't hit then. Yep.
it was a $600 potential, so I'll take it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. But you'll never win if
I
you
just
don't
took
take a
that
chance.
Titan, and it won.
Or just rub it in.
No, I'm just saying. Look how good the indicator was.
Yeah, I know. I'm messing with you.
Those 5-minute Titans are usually pretty good.
Dude, they are.
Although that one, it looked like it almost wicked the stop loss. I don't know. I don't think it hit it, but it was close.
Yeah,
right,
I guess it depends on if it went up or down first, because I can see on my screen that it
Yeah.
would have touched it, but I can't tell if it went down and then it went up. But yeah, I'm looking at these Titans, and we got a winner here, a winner there, a winner there.
Yeah, I'm done for today. I made $116 on my
Nice. Good job.
evaluation.
Good
Yeah,
job.
so I'm logging into the paper trade account. So
Just have some fun now.
yeah.
I'm
mean,
still
we might
up
reach-
$250 right now.
Hey, question, Ken. When you I got two $25,000 accounts on Tradeovate. Do they automatically copy to each other, or do I have to set that up? I mean, I guess I need to go to the back office and do something, right? Or watch a
Yeah,
video.
so yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So in the back office, I have a video that shows you how to set up group trading.
Okay. All
Yep.
right, cool.
It's super easy.
Yeah,
And I do it on Tradeovate, right?
that's right.
Okay. All right. I'm still trying to get used to the Tradeovate thing. I need to really
Just remember when you're trading, if you have two accounts and you
Yes,
want to
sir.
trade one micro, you have to set it to 2, not 1. Like your buys or sells.
Okay.
You have to multiply it by the number of accounts. So if you had 5 accounts and you want to trade one micro on each one, you set it to 5. Your order.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's the biggest thing, is making sure that you're and that's why most of the indicators, and now that I got my trading view fixed, Matt, I already made those updates on the trading zone indicator, so I could actually do that right now. I'll upload the new version, and it has the built-in. You'll notice that most of my tools have a built-in copy trading thing where it'll say, if you're using multiple accounts, enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever, and it'll automatically multiply the contract size. Because what you're gonna learn when you start copy trading with Apex or with Tradeovate, like, look at my screen, Lee. If you notice this, see, it says pending entry 1. That is a $388 risk at one contract. But if I'm trading multiple accounts, right, then I see total accounts. Let's say I'm trading 5 accounts. Well, in Tradeovate, you don't enter one contract. You would enter multiples of 5. So you see how it changes from total. It changes to T/5. That stands for total 5. So if you put it back at 1, you'll see it goes to 1. So if you're trading 5 accounts, just go into your indicators and say, I'm trading 5. And then it's going to give you the contract size that you need to enter in Tradeovate. If you don't do that correctly, most of the time you're going to get a message that says, I can't remember what it says. It says something like
must be a multiplier of then
Right.
however many accounts.
Exactly that.
And when you're updating too, remember we had requested that for the zone and the extreme that you put in the level, like the level amount, like 25,850 or whatever.
Yeah, I got that. So I did it. I haven't done it on the extreme indicator, but I got zones. It's this working copy. I was just working on it right there. So you can see now when we put this on here. Hey, where'd it go? Oh. So you can see that. Let me go to 5 minute. If you go in here, you could do number of accounts, 5. And then if you put breakout mode on there, then it's going to give you the stop loss with the price, entry with the price, TP with the price. I just stacked them so that it doesn't You know, because sometimes they make them all next to each other. So I figured the easiest way to do it is to just kind of stack them in there together, so they're all in one place. So that's I'll go and push that update right now.
Can you quickly just go over the filters on the zone? Like which ones you recommend? Like if you unclick them all, it's just too busy, right? It's too many.
Right. So like, yeah, if you unclick them all, it's basically going to, it's going to put a box on any candle that has some kind of like a small wick to body ratio or a large wick to small body ratio. That's just what it's going to do. So, hold on, I'm just checking. Well, I'm just watching something here. Okay. So, okay, there's that. Okay. All right, I'm watching this chart because I'm seeing some divergence build up on NASDAQ right now. Yeah, so that's going to be too much. Now, if you just do the small body, then that's the default setting. That's going to clear it up a lot. All those other settings, they were just kind of like ideas. Like if you wanted to filter it a little bit further, how you'd be able to do it. So you have to kind of play with them. I put tooltips in here. So like this one, when enabled, candle must have clearly dominant wick, top or bottom. Good for absorption rejection style zone. So you could uncheck that and just put this one on here like that. And that's the type of candles it's going to look for. So you see it's a different type of zone that it's going to be creating. So if you'll go through these little tooltips, I put a tooltip on the actual thing.
So when you check the box, though, is it showing or not showing that particular thing?
Yeah, it's like enabling the filter, right? So it's almost
okay. So it enables it.
Yeah,
it's like reverse.
Yeah, you could almost think of it like a mode, right? So instead of a filter, it's more like a mode. So this mode filters to where you're only seeing setups that have that specific style.
Gotcha.
And then you could combine them if you wanted to, right? So you could
And
add
what
those
would
on.
you recommend that would be a good that is not too busy, but like what do you use?
Personally I like the filter 1 and filter 2. I haven't used this one a ton. This is just a high volume spike. So this is gonna, I don't know how every one of these are gonna set up. It's gonna have high volume, that's for sure. I mean, they look pretty good, but I have observed, I haven't traded this as a standalone strategy, by the way, so I don't know, what I can't say like this is the guaranteed best way to use it, but what I've observed working the most is obviously the default settings, which I like default settings. And then I also like the filter number 2. If you add in filter number 2, it's going to get rid of quite a bit of the zones if you combine it with number 1. So you can try running number 1 and number 2 together, and you'll see that gives some pretty good breakout type of trades, all that.
I see you have on the 5 minute. Personally, that's what I used for that. I think to me the 1 minute is a little too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you got to be real fast on the 1 minute.
You do, especially if it just creates like right at the last second,
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and publish this though. Is that the one? Let me
look at that. Went to that 850 level.
I know. I need to get on this chart here. Yeah, Delta was starting to turn over and be kind of divergent. It's still divergent as we speak right now, but it's just not like crazy.
About to get up off here, y'all. Have a good weekend, everybody.
All right. See you later.
For those Apex accounts on your PA account, what is I know they have a rule about I'm not sure if it's how to word this, the consistency rule or like, but once you have like say a $5,000 buffer, do all those rules go out the window or what?
Which rules are you talking about?
Well, for the PA accounts, I guess, like your single, not consistency of the winners. I know you can't have one winner that's more than 30% of your profit, but what about the losers? Like they say, you can't, one loser trade cannot be more than 1/3 of your trailing drawdown. But what if you're like $10,000 buffer? And it shouldn't matter.
That's what I actually asked whenever people were talking about instead of doing the 300K, they were like, instead we'll do the 50K account because it'll be faster and you could just get a buffer like what we kind of talked about, and then you just get a buffer and then you can not worry about it. And yeah, in theory that sounds great. That sounds like a good idea. But then that's what I said. And I was like, well, what about the percentages of like
the biggest loser in trade?
The biggest, right? Is that because if that's the case, then you're going to constantly be, getting yourself messed up if you try to increase your size as time goes on. So I don't know exactly. And honestly, the best thing to do is we might just need
email
to contact,
them.
and get it directly from Apex in clear language, because I know that they change. Like, for example, all right, how it works is like this. So first, it's a percentage of the trailing drawdown. But once you hit the safety threshold, it becomes 30% of the profit, right? So you can only lose 30% of your total profit, right? And so
in one trade.
That's
okay.
Once you've hit your safety net. Now, I can't remember if it's based on time or if it's based on profit amount, but I know that at some point it also then changes, and then it's only 50% of your total
50%.
profit, right? And then
if you had a 25K account, then that number is always going to be small, unless once you get into the buffer and you had a 10,000 profit. I mean, you're not going to lose $5,000 on a trade.
Right.
Let's hope, right?
Right.
I mean,
from what I understand it and what I've read, which it's been quite a few months since I read it. It would be fine, because at first it's based on the trailing threshold, the trailing drawdown. But once you get the safety threshold met, then then it's the 30% of the profit, and then you keep going your buffer, and then after some time it ends up being the 50%. And I think that the max is the 50%, right? So I think that the max is 50%. That 50% of your total profit. So if you have a $20,000 profit, like you said, it's unlikely that you're going to lose $10,000 on one single trade. You shouldn't be doing that anyways. So yeah, I think it'd be good though I'm pretty sure that that's how it works, exactly how it works. But I remember, I'm honestly not the best person to ask, because I thought the entire time that I thought it was still trailing. I didn't even know I had a 50. Man, I was being so careful on my accounts, and not so much stressing, but I was in my mind, I was just prepared to just do the same thing for however long I could, and then somebody said it stops trailing. I said, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Ain't no way. I've been doing this for months. I know what I'm doing. And then I started looking, and then I got on there and I read it, and sure enough, based on, and now everything that Apex writes down is confusing, right? It really is. So the wording and how they word things is always confusing. So even looking through the website, like I wasn't finding a specific place that like very specifically said the trailing drawdown stops at the safety threshold and then becomes 30% of the buffer. Like it was like I had to read like two different things to kind of put that idea together. They don't make it super clear on the website. So yeah. Okay, I uploaded the new version, so you guys will have an update if you update or restart or do something to your trading view. You'll be able to see it. Look at this rejection area up here.
Sorry, Ken, I missed what you were saying. Updated the new version of exactly what?
The trading zones. All I did was add the price level to it.
Oh, okay.
And I added the ability to do multiple contract sizing. So it'll just multiply the contract. It's basically for people that are trading on other platforms, makes it a little easier for them.
I haven't even gotten to the video on that, on how to do that. So
yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. Look at what we're trading next to right here. We're up here at these super high levels right here, right? That's the price. Yep. So we're bouncing off of some levels back from 25th. Got a lot of resistance up in this area. What's got the market so bullish anyways? I mean, this thing is
Just the Santa rally.
the what?
The Santa rally.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, but but Ken, if you go back like to like October 25th when we had our high, like I think it's just eventually working its way back up there.
Yeah. Yep. I think you're right. I'm just gonna go make us a new high. That's why I like marking these up on the 4 hour, because on the 4 hour, I mean, you can see so much, and it really gives you a context of where you're at. I mean, we look back in November, we were way down here, and we mark up these levels, start beating them, man. They go from one level to another, to another, to another. So if we, now that we're right here, if we can break up above these levels, I'm thinking I've got a level right there. Yeah, so we got one more level, and then between 879, between 25, 879, this whole gap right here, there's really not any major pullbacks or resistance. Price moves through this area really quickly before. So wonder if we end up going up there this week, or if that'll be a next week thing. Because it's more than, there's a statistic, I can't remember what it is, but it's like if price moves more than 78%, it's got something like an 80% chance that it's going to go ahead and move the entire, like if you're measuring a move down and the pullback goes more than this 78% or more than 80% or something like that.
Gonna keep going.
Yeah, like in other words, if it touches 80% of the pullback, it has an 80% chance of going ahead and finishing and closing the gap, the whole thing. I'd had to look it up. It was a statistic that I was aware of years ago, and so
I can hear the wheels turning. You're already going to make an indicator for that.
I already did that. I did that a long time ago. I got multiple indicators built on strictly Fibonacci. I used to love Fibonacci. I thought it was magic. I thought it was actually magic. I was like, there's no way that price reacts to these levels so accurately.
Well, it's
constantly.
kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, really, if a lot of people use them, right? The price is going to go to here, right?
Yep.
Hey, Ken.
Hello.
I was asking, I messaged yesterday. I was asking for the levels. Do you draw them on the 4 hour charts, or can you maybe draw on the 5 minute chart?
These levels here, I draw all of these levels on the 4 hour chart. I rather trade them on. See, I don't trade these levels. I use them for ideas, and so if I do it on the 5 minute, it's going to be way too many levels. So I like to do it on the 4 hour. And that gives me good major turnaround zones. Like, if I break this down to a smaller time frame, these levels that I'm using, they are significant turnaround areas. Like you can see, right here, very significant turnaround areas, because I'm spotting them on the 4 hour. So same like this, when price comes back to them, we expect that it's going to react in a pretty strong way. And like you can see here, I mean, things are happening. I mean, this was right at open anyways. This was during the opening candle, but that's great to know. Like if you're trading and we're about to open at 7:30 in the morning, 9:30, I should say. Well, if we've got a significant level, this is obvious that price is probably going to push up above that level, even if it's a liquidity sweep. So if you're looking to trade the open, you might end up trying to trade up towards that level because that's how these work. And that's 50 points. That's that's $1,000 move or more right there. So I like to do them on the 4 hour. I don't need that many trading opportunities. So to me, it's better to mark them up on the 4 hour and then trade them on the smaller time frame. And those are the levels. So every Monday on our live webinar, I'll do these together with you so you can copy my levels and set your own alerts. So we go through and I do them for NASDAQ, YM, ES, and I do them for gold. And so, and then we can review them the following Monday. So if you got some trades off of it, by the way, the POC just shifted up here to the top. All the volume's up here now. So.
Because I'm not able to join the webinars live, but I can always look at the playback and so I will go back to the Monday webinars and look at them to see what's done.
Yeah, just let me know what you think and if you need any help with it or if you have any questions. But yeah, I do all those on the 4 hour. I think it's easiest to do it on the 4 hour, and then we don't need a ton. We don't need a ton of these.
Yeah. All right. So, but then I sent you a support ticket, so disregard that because you have already answered the question.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah.
Anything else happen to anybody else?
Well, we put in this high here at the high of the day. This is yesterday's high of the day, so we're kind of wedged between here and here.
There was a 5-minute extreme that won and another one setting up. Well, it won if you use 0.4. Exactly to the tick.
Well, why do I not see my stuff here? See, I got too much going on. I gotta tighten here. Oh, I'm on the wrong chart. Duh. Thanks, Lorna. I see your ticket in here. I must have read it or clicked on it and then didn't respond because I'm normally pretty good about responding to those same day. But I read your message, but I never responded to you. So sorry about that.
That's fine. I think you did it better in person. I understood better in person. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, look at that. You got a little live example too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So where would we go if we go back down here? If I wanted to buy, or if I wanted to do something, where would I do it? I'm kind of eyeballing like this area here. Like this. There's a Titan.
Back down to the 800 level.
So I'm actually paying attention to this morning because see, we have a buy that comes in at 9:30. Over the last 239 days, the candle that the 15-minute candle that closes at 9:30, which is now on exchange time. So I mean, the candle that opens at 9:30 and closes at 9:45. Out of 239 days, 56% of the time it was bullish, giving a net positive result of 960 points. Again, that's over the last 239 days right now. So typically between here and here, we see a net positive movement between the open of this candle. So, based on the stats, 56% of the time, which is, about a coin flip, to be honest, it will close bullish up in here, right? And this is how much profit is produced over all those trades. So, but what I was looking for to see the next time signal coming up here is 9:45. So I was kind of hoping, I don't care so much about the exact where this thing goes, but what I'm really hoping is that maybe we see some bullish movement, and then at 9:45 here, we got a 59% chance that the candle between 9:45, that basically between 9:45 and 10 o'clock exchange time, that it's going to be bearish. So I'm hoping to see a sell setting up now, and then the sell triggered between 9:45 and 10 o'clock exchange time. So I've been waiting for this for about an hour to see if it would do it. And it's location wise, it's set up in a good place. 9:30 pushes price up, 9:45 for 15 minutes pushes it down. That would be sweet to watch it and see it happen. I tell you what, I sure do wish that I could get higher. I mean, I can't, because there's nothing that can be there. There's no way to improve this. I've already done everything, but I wish I could get higher probabilities on higher time frames. That way we've got, like I was thinking like the 1 hour. Imagine if this would be good probability on the 1 hour, like 60-70% chances on the 1 hour, to where you could actually have an entire hour. Like, okay, on, typically 65% of the time over the last year, this 1 hour is bearish. So we'd just be looking for sales. I mean, talk about a power hour, like that. During that entire time, we would just strictly be looking for sales. Just like here, between 9:30, because I have this set on a 15-minute time frame. So between 9:30 and 9:45, we should be looking for buys, and it's moving up. I mean, if you would have even just traded at the open, it's up 25 points right now. I know we don't use that one as much. It's not as fun and exciting, but yeah, what is it? 25 points is $500. That's $500 trade right there. CVD is pretty divergent right now. If y'all look at Delta, you're gonna notice that it's kind of curved over. It looks like the beginning of a downtrend. Looks like the beginning of a downtrend. It came up, made a higher high. Kind of looks like a head and shoulders type of pattern type of thing on Delta. So I hope it holds up. I'll be looking for sales. Might even try to take a stab at it right here on this candle. It'd be super low risk right here, right now. Yeah. Yeah, I went ahead and sold it. It's $100. Like, I'm already up $100 now. So it's $100 for $100. I'm just gonna take it and walk away. Don't look at it. Don't analyze it. Don't be early. Don't be late. Whoa. Well, we did get a little change in hands there. We did get a little change in hands, but will it hold up?
Hey Ken, are you live streaming this?
I think so. Maybe.
I just a personal suggestion. I would suggest whenever you start live streaming or anything, Put in a financial disclaimer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like just say, anything. This is for educational purposes only, not financial advice.
Oh, like especially if I say I'm a buy or sell.
Yeah.
But
Just as long as you put it in at the beginning of the stream, you don't need to do it every time, right?
Right. Just maybe put
I
some
just
words across
cover
the
your
screen.
ass, right? Or
Yeah.
I mean, you could put words, but I think as long as you put the disclaimer at the beginning, that's good enough.
Yeah, you're right.
Or you could at the beginning of the stream, you could say it and then put up like a big you could make a picture of it and then just put it
Right.
up there for 10 seconds.
Oh yeah. Just put it up. Yeah, I might start doing that. Ooh, look at that trade. Ah, too easy. Yeah, disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Trade at your own risk. You may lose all of your deposits.
Gee, I took that sell actually before you did, but I got out and then it spikes down, but it's still a win.
I'm in there. I'm in
Oh,
there.
you're still in it?
I'm in there. I'm up 200 right now, but we'll see. I feel early, to be honest, man. I feel a little early to this trade. I already seen it go $400 in profit off of the $100 risk. So, and I just know if I break even right now, I'm gonna get stopped out. So I'd rather just risk the $100, risk $100, and if it works out, then I mean, I don't know if you call this advantageous, greedy, or not, but my TP's at 779. Maybe I'll bump it up a little right to those highs. So, all right, 796. Hold on, 800. That's $1,000 trade if it goes down to 800. $100 risk, $1,000 trade.
Nice.
I was targeting the the old POC area. That's why I had my TP way down there. I was kind of hoping price would go back down and retest this area, and that's where the old POC was like right around here.
I think we're eventually going to end back at the 750 level. Start of the open.
That would be awesome. You mean all the way back down where
That's
we opened?
Right,
Right
the major
here.
volume level too, right?
It could
It's
be,
one of your
man.
major volume levels.
Yeah. Could be.
I don't mean within the next 5 minutes. I'm just saying over the next few hours. That's what seems to happen a lot, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. Especially if it all happens early on, like real early to where price just runs up and then it comes right back down. And on a day like this where it's been super volatile like this, where we see, remember when the market started, we were like, wow, look at this drop. Look at this drop. That's crazy. And then all of a sudden it does this, and it's like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
This dwarfs that move. And then, the ability for it to pull back down, like even into these areas here, is likely. Oh man, my trade is doing real good right now. Hold up, let me
Nice.
see.
What are you up?
$500, man, off $100 risk. Should I take it?
We're kind of at a bit of resistance. If
We
you look at
are. We haven't touched the
kind of at the
low
bottom.
though. I'm gonna wait until it at least breaks the low. I'm gonna watch how it reacts to that low. Pretty low volume on this bullish candle so far. As long as it stays low, like way lower, like actually stop growing. That was a nice low TP on this Titan. Just gave us a little TP too. Went down there and touched it. Now break down. I gotta call. Like, I gotta make a phone call real quick.
At 1 minute, Titan won.
Yeah, it did.
Could keep pushing back to 800.
There's another 5-minute extreme setting up for a sell as well.
Nice.
I hope Ken got out of his trade.
Sorry, I've been talking this whole time. Y'all know I don't
Can't
shut
hear
up.
you.
If I'm silent, then I'm on mute. You know I don't shut up. I've been talking the whole time, and I was like, okay, I guess they just don't like me. No, I'm still in it. Earlier I broke even though. I said I cannot let this come back to my entry.
No.
Yeah, I was $600 up, so I put my stop right above this candle right here, and I just barely freaking hung on again. Look how close it got.
Look at it go.
Yeah.
They're going to that 800 level.
I'm making money, guys. I'm making money.
Nice.
What a perfect entry. Wow. And CVD's all lined up. Those Titans are just cranking out winners after winner.
Good morning, Ken.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
Good.
All right, Ken. I'm up 3. I'm out, but I'm gonna tell all of y'all a story. So when I started, Ken, I think it was last week. I was up 700, but by my craziness, I went down to like 48. So I done brought it back up now at 49.3. And it's because of greed. I already know what it is.
Yeah.
But this time, I'm winning and I'm out. So I'm up 300 and I'm out. And y'all have a great weekend, and I'll be on the 12 o'clock call.
Well, I'm proud of you. You keep up the good work.
This Titan's going to take you to 800.
Yes. I think I just hit TP. Well, I was trying to take a screenshot and yep, I'm out. I'm out, guys. I got that TP.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I made damn near $1,000 on that trade.
Nice.
Took it from 856
right to that 800 too, right?
807, yeah. And another Titan. You guys are winning too, right?
I wrote that one down.
Nice.
Yeah, but I'm paper trading. I didn't do it on my eval. So
money. That's all right.
Still can. Hey, it's all about learning, right?
Yep. Well, you know what? You're observing the right stuff, and you're here and soaking it all up. That's perfect.
Yep.
You know who is the lady? What was her name that said she made 300 and out?
Antoinette.
Yeah. Like I always think of the bigger picture is like if I had 20 accounts, I would be ecstatic if I made $300 and then get out.
Man, come on,
in $6,000 in one day.
It's
that's the perspective you got to have. I do the same thing.
I said it like a year ago, and it's the truth, and it is the truth. Is that making like $50,000 a month is going to be the new normal? Like it's just the opportunities are here. I mean, between AI, I'm strictly talking about with trading in these prop firms. There's no reason people can't be making $25,000 to $50,000 a month trading. It's easy. It's literally easy to do it, and it's the new normal. There's a lot of people that are doing that. I mean, I don't know if you guys are in Apex or not, but people are making $100,000 withdrawals. I mean, they're posting their payouts constantly inside of that group. If you need some motivation, you can go in there. Not distraction, but motivation. But they're people are doing it, and then we're not even going to talk about AI and and how what type of opportunities that's presenting. Like, I think that within the next few years, everyone's going to be making at least $50,000 a month. I don't see how they couldn't.
But Ken, there has to be not everybody can make it, otherwise they wouldn't be in business.
True. Well,
right?
I'm sure that I'm sure that the rule still stands that 90% of traders lose, and so yeah, there's a lot of people that are not making it, but the opportunity is definitely there. I'm doing it. They're doing it.
The people that put in the time and effort to find the edge, whatever the edge is, those are the people that will, make the money. Because once you're like, it's like once you're making that money, you can make $200 a day, even $100 a day times 20 accounts.
Yep.
But I mean, it's the discipline to get to that point. I think everybody here can get there.
Yeah.
It's just it will take if it takes you a year to get 20 accounts fully funded with a 5K buffer on every account, but then just think of once you're at that point, you're just printing money every day.
Exactly. Yeah, it is exactly like that too. Once you have those accounts, that's the thing is once you have those accounts and you're not working towards a buffer or an evaluation or this or that. That's what it's all about, is getting to that point. And that's why if you just go slow, it's so much easier, and what messes people up is they're trying to make too much money in one day. And the only reason they're doing that is because they're trying to get to the fun part. We'll just call it the fun part, which is making money. Right? They don't want to spend time on the evaluation, which I get. I definitely get that nobody wants to sit there and trade a demo account. I totally get that. But if you are constantly YOLOing evaluations and you're not passing them, then you're going to have to, at some point, you're going to have to stop and say, okay, this is not working for me. We haven't even gotten to the stage of you working on a performance account. If you're having trouble passing an evaluation account, just wait until you're on an actual performance account, and then you have to hit the safety threshold, and then, you're going to, what are you going to do? Are you going to rush through that? Or is that when you think you're going to take it slow and steady? It's, it's so much easier if you just come up with a plan and stick to it and just show up and execute every single day. Just show up, execute, be done.
when we're putting your daily levels in, if you have multiple charts open on multiple time frames, for that specific currency, or not currency, but it does it on all the charts, or
so you'll have to do it individually. So basically what I've done in the past is I normally only look at one symbol at a time anyway, so that's okay for me. But I get what you're saying. Like if you add ES, gold, and NASDAQ, like can you switch between NASDAQ, ES, and gold? And the answer is no. So basically what's going to happen is you'd need to you'd really have to have 3 separate charts, one for gold, one for NASDAQ, one for ES, and then you would put those levels in there and on each chart. But saying that out loud, I might change that. I've already thought about this before, but I might change it to where the volume level, since I'm only doing gold, ES, and NASDAQ, and I plan on sticking to that because of the format that CME puts the information in for YM, it's not right. So while I'm only doing those 3, I might modify the indicator to where it'd be very, very simple. I might even just do this today just to keep it simple. When you open up the volume indicator, it's just going to have 3 panels, and you're going to it's going to say NASDAQ, ES, gold, and you would just drop all the levels in the appropriate places, and then it will plot the levels on the correct chart. So if you switch over to gold, your levels are there. If you switch over to NASDAQ, your levels are there, right? And it would be a little bit easier that way. It would work the way you're asking.
Well, I'm just looking at NASDAQ right now. So I've got a 5 minute, a 1 minute, a 4 hour. But if I put the levels in on one, it sounds like it goes to all 3 of them. You don't have to go to one screen and do that one. But you're talking about different not currencies.
Different currencies.
Symbols.
You can just add the volume levels on one chart. For instance, if you're doing a 5 and a 1 minute, you can add the volume levels on the 1 minute and then right click that chart, and there's an option to copy to all charts that you have.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Hey Ken, look at, I called this. It's going to that 750 level.
Yep.
I did catch a bit of that downtrend, but
I put VWAP that too.
Yeah, what a nice move. There's a lot of orders coming in right now. I don't know what they're doing, but this is the old POC. This is 765 right here. There was a lot of volume here between open and right before it curved over. Oh yeah, so let me check. Did that 945? Remember what I was waiting for 945. Is that what triggered it? Did it take off? Yeah, so at 945, I guess I was already in. Oh, I was already out of the trade by 945, but yeah, it did work. So you see between 945, which was here, and 10 o'clock, this 15-minute period of time, it was absolutely bearish because it opened here, instantly dropped actually, but now obviously we're all the way down here, so not bad using that as a little confluence, but I was in there early anyway, so it doesn't matter. That freaking entry, that was awesome. Perfect. I like those.
Bruh, I don't know what just happened, but I was up 600 and my whole screen froze and went blank. And when it came back, I was trying to close it. When it came back on, it had me the other direction and I was negative.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and it happened in Tradeovate. Tradeovate's really getting on my nerves.
Mm-hmm. Are you using Tradeovate because you're copy trading, or are you using it for the order flow?
No, I was just using Tradeovate because that's where I was trading at.
Okay. Yeah, I still have a little troubles here and there, even with this Addis platform that I'm using. Sometimes orders get stuck. I just gotta have I literally have to have Tradeovate open at all times. I have one monitor that's just dedicated to Tradeovate, just sitting there, because if something goes wrong, I need to reach over and start smacking that close all button as fast as I can. I will be right back, guys.
Look at this thing drop, man. Anybody here trade ES? ES? Anybody?
No.
I don't think so.
Man, imagine if Ken would have held this.
Oh yeah, I got in too, and I rode a bit of it down to that 750, but I got out.
Wow.
Anybody here still trading gold?
I trade.
Well, when I had that
exclusively
happen,
gold right
man,
now.
I was about to pass an eval. It would have passed
Oh,
my
that sucks.
evaluation if I would have got out of it, if I would have been able to close the trade, but it just froze right when it said 600.
Yeah, it sucks. Sorry to hear that. Matt, I trade. I'm actually only trading exclusively gold right now.
Oh.
Only thing I hate about it is the fees and commissions because they're pretty heavy.
They are, but per tick, it's more per tick, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I think it is. Like for example, on micro MNQ, it's $2 per tick. I think on gold it's more. And I know silver's even more than that. Silver's crazy. I stopped trading silver a long time ago. It's crazy silver.
Interesting.
When I first got into it too, I was trading all kinds of things like pork bellies and orange juice and coffee, just everything.
I remember that stuff.
I mean, you can trade it. It's just the volume is really low, and like it can really spike one way or the other. I was like, this is too much. Titan, 5-minute Titan one.
Is no one talking, or is my audio dead?
Nobody's
It's
talking.
quiet. Yeah, it's quiet right
Oh,
now.
jeez. Okay.
And Ken's not. I don't think he's there because his mouse ain't moving around on the screen. I think I'm done for the day and the week. I gotta head out for my job. Yeah, I think I am done.
Man, y'all are so quiet. It's weird. Like I was with him. Like, is anybody there? Then I looked. There's a whole bunch of people in here.
Been a decent week though, for the most part.
Yeah, definitely. For me, a good week.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna spend the weekend going through the rest of the videos in the back office and everything. So trying to get more acquainted with making sure I got this thing set up right and make sure I know how to use it. So
All right, I'm back. Celsius time. Anything happen? No.
Not much. No, I'm done for the week. Done for the day.
Wait, is today? Oh, today is Friday.
yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna hop off here too, then, you guys, because I've got my money. I thought it was Thursday. I've been messed up this week. What is going on? I've been thinking every day is a different day every day this week. So yeah, I'm done for the week as well. We got our webinar in an hour.
All right, before you log off, boss, it happened to me again today.
What?
I was up in my account $700, and I was trying to switch from 2 to 3 micros. And what do you think I hit?
23.
32.
Oh, Dang. So
And I'm like, what the hell just happened? So
that was right after your other little issue where something else happened, right?
So anyway, blew my account.
Oh.
Whatever.
Was it a performance or was it a?
It was my performance.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Oh, you guys have no idea. But you know what? Today, I'm confident, boss. I know what I'm doing. I know I'm doing this right.
Well, you know what? Yeah, go ahead.
I just bought another one, and I waited. And you remember that trade that you took when nobody was, and it was all quiet. I took that trade from 25,858, and I took it on 10, and then I added another 10, so I was at a 20 at when it pulled back up, and I wrote it all the way down.
Oh, so you were in it the whole
For
time I was in it.
$3,005.
Very nice.
So you passed.
So I just in one trade I passed my evaluation.
Wait, did you say you got? Did you say you got in at 858?
Yes, I did.
You literally had the same entry as me, like to the damn near to the tick.
Because that's why I was so mad, because I got in
you actually got in 2 points
862. I was in at more like 857 previously. So that's why I was gonna add 3 contracts to make it a 5. And I put it at 32 and it went up. Just that little bit. Just that candle with the 817 candle went up like 9 points, but I was in a 32.
Well, good.
So it was just like that quick.
I'm glad to hear
Blew
that you
my
got that.
account. And I'm telling you, boss, I'm seeing this so much better, especially with the cumulative data. And I just got in. I got in where you got in, and why get out? What was the reason to get out? Even when it pushed back up, it didn't go anywhere.
Well, especially because we had targets further down. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, remember before I got quiet, I said my target was 800. So it got to 800, and I moved my stop loss to like 840, 850. And then it pulled back, didn't take me out, and it kept going. So I've just been holding it and listening to you talking about, well, I feel like it's gonna go down. The cumulative day, and just to listen to the stuff you're saying. And then you were like, I'm just gonna take it and walk away. And I was like, you damn right, Ken, you walk away.
Yep.
And yeah, I wrote this all the way down. I made $3,005 in that trade.
Wow.
Nice. I don't know if you, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but if you have this reversal indicator on here, this is the candle you sold on. Is that right? Or did you sell when it pulled back?
I sold on the. Let me think.
This is.
I sold on the candle, the 833 candle.
Oh, okay, 833. Yeah. Okay, that's crazy. You actually got in at the same time as me too. So we basically just took the trade at the exact same time. Is how that worked. So all right, good. Well, while that was happening, just keep in mind. Look, we had that flush that happened here, but the reason I didn't take it when it happened here was because one, I didn't see it. And by the time I did see it, the risk was already too big. This is a almost $500 risk right here. So I was just simply waiting for it to pull back, like into this area, like like this right here. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. And we did end up getting a good pullback into that area today. So that's what allowed me to get in. And then on top of that, there's a zone running through a volume zone, between 854 and 859. So basically, coming from this candle, 854, like that, right? And so it perfectly came up, respected that zone, then came back up and did it again, and boom, we're out of there at that point. And this was where I was talking about the divergence, like, oh, yep, CVD's divergent. I'm telling you, man, I told you that when people start using it the right way, everyone's going to use it. Like if you use it the right way, it's a tool that I don't see why anybody wouldn't use. I mean, it literally tells you who's buying and selling, and that's what moves the market for the most part. So, yeah. Good. Glad to hear. So now you're back on track. You're ready for Monday. How are you gonna rope me into a conversation and then leave me?
Because my phone rang. Because my phone rang, boss. Because my phone rang.
I'm all like, bye guys.
I'm listening. You're in my ear.
Cedric's like, wait, hold on, and then he just leaves.
Hey man, if you'd have had 3,000 did that same thing on performance accounts, you 20. So, man.
Yep. You know what we need to do, guys? What we really need to do too. I don't want to divide anybody's attention, but you know that when you realize how cheap these performance accounts are, I know everyone's got different living situations, but I really wish that we could figure out a way to help everybody generate a little bit of extra income while they're working on their trading. And I did this before with an affiliate program. So for STS, right, everyone that was in STS, it was a trifecta effect because, you know, you promoting STS helps the company grow. But you're also making money, right? And then the person that you referred is happy and in a good community. So I've done that before. I know that works, but I also didn't like the end result because I had to manage all these people. Like they wouldn't just be good affiliates on their own. And then on top of that, I had a lot of people that were like, Ken, I really want to promote this, but I want my own results first. And I'm like, well, then you need to pick one. You know, but I made the affiliate program to try to help people generate some additional income on the side while they were, because if y'all remember Forex, we didn't have prop firms. You had to have your own trading capital. So in like 2021, I paid out over $100,000 in affiliate commissions during that time, during those year after year, over $100,000 in commissions. So all that money was going into people's Forex accounts, helping them with their bills, things like that, to where there's not so much pressure on these accounts because they really are super cheap. Like what Lee just said, like, look, you got your evaluation account passed. Now, if that was a performance account, you would have just made a couple $1,000s. You'd have been eligible for a payout or right there to where now all you have to do is conservatively trade for the next 5 days or whatever. And so, but regardless, by having some additional money where these Apex accounts are like, if I'm just saying, if you did mess an account up, it's like, oh, whatever, it's, $50 or, $70 or whatever. I'll just grab another one. That way you can kind of, move confidently. And if you mess something up, it's not such a big deal. I don't know. So much stuff I want to do. Trading. I want to see everyone succeed with trading, but I really like to try to see how we can do something in the meantime, because there's some people that I work with that they hold on to these accounts because they can't get another one. Like if something happens to it, that's it. They're done. So I don't know. You guys let me know your ideas how we could figure it out. I'd love to figure out a way to where we could help people make some money, and while you're working on trading, that would take some of the pressure off of trading. Because again, why are people rushing through evaluations and performance counts? Because they need to get that payout so that they can start paying their bills and they can do this and they can do that. Well, if we could supplement income while you're working on your trading, you could take the pressure off your trading, right? You guys follow me on that? Wouldn't that be easier if you didn't have so much pressure? Yep. We'll come up with something. Or we're just going to have to go to a prop firm that does straight to live, no evaluation, straight funded, and boom, you just go in and you just start trading and start getting your payouts. I think they probably have something like that already. Maybe the evaluations are a little bit more expensive, but or whatever the accounts, but that's another thing too. Where if we did this the right way, man, if they had some accounts that were straight to funded, ready to go, if you make profit that day, you sign up and you make profit that day, you could withdraw the money the same day. Imagine if we had some way to kind of pool money together to where we could help everyone get an account, or something like that, to where we could help everyone get an account, and then but you're only going to get an account if you're going to stick to the plan, and bam, 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 get people paid quicker, faster.
They have those accounts. They just cost more.
How much are they?
I think I saw some of them were like, just all depends on the size of the account. Some are like 300 to 300 and up. Just all depends on the size of the account.
How many?
But once you get them though, you have to trade a certain amount of, still got to trade like 5 days consistently. You got to do a consistency thing though. But they have the straight instant funding accounts though.
Who is it that does that?
Let me try to remember who that was.
Yeah, if any of y'all know, I might start looking into it.
Yeah, after looking at it, I think Tradeify had them actually.
Mm.
I know Alpha. There's a company called Alpha too. Alpha Fund.
And Funding Ticks has them too.
Funding Ticks, yeah.
Funded Ticks.
Yeah,
I might look into them. I'd love to try to do something where, where it's got to make sense. It has to make sense. Where we could get hook people up with some accounts, or do something, but again, make it make sense to where you are getting rewarded for having discipline, following the trade plan, and and doing this kind of stuff. Like if you've done ABC 1, 2, 3, if you've done that, then boom, you're eligible to where maybe we can get you an account or something like that if you need it, right? Just let people that need that take advantage of it, and there's plenty for everybody, and it always goes around, so however we could work it out, I'd love to do something like that. There's some people, man, they really need it.
That reversal indicator, Ken, I didn't have it on my chart, but I literally, if you look at the gold 5 minute, I loaded the reversal indicator, and it called the top, and it just dropped 60 points in like 30 minutes.
Oh wow! Yeah,
look at that thing.
That's that style indicator.
And
that style
and so that was also a 1 hour. It was in the 1 hour trading zone, and then it had just painted like a few minutes before a 1 minute sell zone as well. So unfortunately I didn't have that up. Yeah, and I didn't have my 1 hour zone drawn all the way across because I just watched the 1 and the 5. Yeah. And I didn't have the reversal on there, but now I'm gonna be watching this stuff because I mean I wouldn't have held it all the way through that, but that's a crazy drop right there.
Well, yeah, and I don't know if you're still using Quantum every day, but
all the time.
Quantum turned red right about here, and it has not let go since then.
No, exactly.
But check this out. It called that top right there, but it also we had one big winner there, but it also had winners right here too. So it called it earlier.
I saw those.
Boom, boom. These ones did.
And what indicator is that?
This is I don't even know if you've seen it, but this is called the reversal indicator, and it's my attempt at a flush style trade on TradingView. You know how I always talk about these flush style trades?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I made one for TradingView recently. I've already added it to everybody's invite only script. So you just check your invite only scripts and you'll see it on there. And it just plots it basically once this candle closes or during the development. It's very, very basic right now. There's no settings. I just wanted to see how often I might be looking for a flush, and then the indicator also signals a flush at the same time, right? So the only thing you're not going to be able to see is the volume if there were actually aggressive buyers and then aggressive sellers. So you won't be able to see that on TradingView. You'll only see the pattern, but this is the pattern of a flush, which is basically a strong close of a bullish candle, a strong close of a bearish candle without making a new high and it needs to be at a key area, like a high of the day, session high or whatever. And then the opposite for a buy signal, it would be price coming down, strong close, and then no failure to make a new low, and then a nice strong close of a bullish candle. See, this one doesn't count because this came in and made a new low. It'd have to be bearish, bullish, or bullish, bearish. So everyone in mentorship has access to that. It's already in your invite only. Should be anyways. Doesn't give a lot of signals, but some of these things are freaking crazy. It's like, I mean, it calls it right up at the very top of the day, like this one here, that one here. Couldn't get better signals than that. Well, the other thing too is that these are, because they're at the high of the day every single time, if price does actually revert and come back down, it's a very good chance it's going to end up back near at least the middle of the range. And so if you're selling up here, you've got a setup that looks like this with your stop right up above here, and you're targeting the middle, you're going to have good risk to reward. You take a couple of those each week, you're going to be solid. But I'm out, guys. So you all enjoy Delta. We got aggressive selling right now, but price fails to go lower. Just to point that out, I'll show you real fast. So it looks like this is on NASDAQ. To me, it looks like buys, but we're back down at all the volume. So you see aggressive selling, aggressive selling, aggressive selling. But look at how price is just totally bottomed out. So we have aggressive selling. In fact, we have aggressive selling and price is pushing up right now. So there's a good chance we've got, some pressure building up right here, and wouldn't be surprised. A lot of times what it likes to do, right when I start to see this, I'm normally a little early, and then it'll go dink, and it might try to make one more push down lower, and then push up high. But I mean, you could see the divergence right here. Look at these candles, bullish, 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 while this is basically flat and not making higher highs. So that's that. I'll leave you with that. I'll see mentorship on the webinar here in 30 minutes, and I'll see everybody else on Monday morning for live trading.
Great.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Ken.
You're welcome.
Thanks.